Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're gonna do the Matchday 3 World Cup recap. The round just ended. The Matchday 3 just ended. The final group stage matches are done. And I just got finished watching Switzerland versus Serbia, and that was a good game. That was one to determine who goes to the next round. And there was a bunch of games like that this round. So we're gonna discuss them. I'm gonna express my thoughts. I watched quite a bit. But a lot of the games in this match that were during the school time of our school, so I was not able to watch some of them, unfortunately. But I did watch. I did watch most of them. So yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts and just general thoughts, not too much like an analysis on like the game itself, but just general thoughts. And then we're gonna, I guess, take a look at. I guess I'm gonna take a look at the next round. So the next round starts tomorrow. The first game is USA versus um. The first game is USA versus I think wait, Netherlands. Yeah, I should know that. But yeah, the first game is USA versus Netherlands, and I'm excited for that one because this is the first time the USA has been here in like 8 years in this stage of the World Cup, and we got a big win against Iran. I guess we'll be discussing these games first. They happened on Tuesday, so yeah, they got a big win against Iran. I guess I'll get to that later. So first we have wait. So should I go? I'll go over I guess who won the games, and then I'll go over the standings and who moved on and everything. We'll react to the group. So Ecuador versus Senegal, and then Netherlands versus Qatar. So Qatar leaves the tournament not winning any games. The first host, I think, to not even make the round of 16. So that's just embarrassing for them. Whoops, didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, that's embarrassing for them. Ecuador loses to Senegal, the first loss. So they ended on 4 points. That was a good group there. Netherlands topped the group, I believe, and Senegal came second. So Senegal will take on England and Netherlands will take on USA. USA beats Iran. What a game that was. That was very, very, very exciting. That game. Portugal, what happened? Yeah, I think they lost today, right? Yeah, they lost. So South Korea got into the World Cup. We'll discuss that later. But yeah, I think they played their subs, so it's not that big of a deal. The big players, big time players didn't play. I wouldn't be that worried if I was them. I need to look at who they play next. But they did lose to South Korea. That's a bad result for them. But yeah, USA beats Iran. Pulisic gets the goal, and then he gets injured, and then he came off. And then yeah, he didn't play for the rest of the game. He came off at halftime, and then we weren't sure if he's gonna play against the Netherlands, but it was confirmed today that he will play against the Netherlands. But yeah, he just put his body on the line and they scored the goal. That's just very very inspirational. So inspirational, Pulisic. But yeah, very very good from him. And yeah, he like USA's hero. It's probably their hero. Put them through to the next stage. Oh, okay. I'm not. All right. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, now you guys can see. I didn't know I wasn't sharing it. But yeah, yeah, like I said, America's hero puts them through. That's probably their best player, and he will be playing, so that's huge. And then, yeah, just in general, I think the USA midfield kind of dominated that game. It was very close at the end there. I'm not gonna lie. The USA had to win. If they drew the game or lost the game, they would have been out. But yeah, the midfield played great. I mean, Tyler Adams is the captain so far. He's been amazing. He's probably one of the I think he's one of the best players. He's so good defensively, and then he can advance the ball so well. Like on offense, he's good on both sides, and just his tackling has been so good this World Cup. So yeah, Tyler Adams has been such a good player. McKennie as well, and then Musa. That's a great midfield. And I have to give credit to the defense. They kept the clean sheet. They've been good they were good the last two games. Just that one first game against Wales about 2 weeks ago, I think. Or no, last week, sorry. Last week against Wales, they kind of sold Zimmerman kind of sold the game, and then they they ended up getting a draw. But no, at the end of the day they're playing so well. And I'm really looking forward because they're going against a good Netherlands offensive team. Gakpo has been playing really well. He's one of the leading scorers in the World Cup. Cody Gakpo from the Netherlands. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, and then we have Wales England. Wales England now. Okay, Wales England. That was an easy win for England. I think Rashford may have scored two, if I'm not mistaken. He's another tie leader for the World Cup Golden Boot. Yeah, good result for them. They eliminate Wales. It was pretty obvious England was going to get out of this group from the jump after beating Iran 6-2. I mean, the USA played so well against England, and then Wales did not even contend with them. So Wales was on 1 point, I believe, this whole time. They could have still made it technically if Iran and the U.S. drew. I think Wales would have made it if I'm. I think, but they would have to win and score like 3 goals because of the goal difference rule. So yeah, so England wins that and eliminates Wales. Like I said, big for USA. Good, big for soccer in the USA here. Now that they're going to the next round. Okay, now we have Tunisia versus France. I didn't watch this game. I know France just played their subs. We can click on it real quick. We can see who's in their lineup. I mean, yeah, Kuman, Guendouzi. I mean, Guendouzi's on the left. I don't know who Kolo Muani is. I don't know a lot of these players, honestly. I mean, I've heard of them. I mean, you have Camavinga right there, Konate play, and Varane, and then they put their backup. So they went like full, like other than Chouamini, really, they went full like backups. They like you can see all these guys are on the bench, but it looks like they came on though. And so you have to keep your players fit. So they brought on Saliba, Rabiot, Dembele, Mbappe, and Griezmann. So Griezmann scored a like 90th minute goal to tie the game, but it was ruled offside. So yeah, I didn't watch this game, but that's a good result for Tunisia. I mean, they're out of the World Cup now, unfortunately for them. It's a good way to end off their World Cup campaign in the group stage. But what we expected for the two teams to get out of this group, what we really expected was France and Denmark. Those are definitely the two best teams in the group. And Denmark, they got to the semifinals of the Euros, if you guys don't remember. Last year they got to the semifinals of the Euros, and a lot of people had them as dark horses in the World Cup. They thought, oh, this is a quarterfinal team, maybe even a semifinal team. But no, Denmark loses to Australia. Australia is not a soccer nation at all. Um, Australia is not a soccer nation, and they get the win here, and they will be advancing to play against Argentina. So that's I don't think they're gonna beat Argentina, but just getting to the round of 16 for Australia, that's just big. That's huge for their soccer program. That's huge for them. And they beat Denmark, which is one of the best teams in the World Cup. Maybe they were so good in the Euros, and they got some good. They have some good players on that team, and Australia was somebody would have come up with this miracle here. There's a lot of miracles in this stage, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in this stage, but yeah, so huge for Australia and huge for the sport in their country. They get to the round of 16. That's pretty big for them. And yeah, just I don't think any. I expected Australia to finish bottom of that group. To be honest, like I never really thought of Australia like as a. I don't really know any of their players either. So it's yeah, that's interesting that they took down Denmark and they beat Tunisia as well. So they finished on 6 points, I think. Right? Wait. Or did they? They might have, yeah, they finished. So they got 2 wins. That's really good. That's really good for them. All right, now we have Argentina, Poland. Yeah, this was a good one for Argentina. Messi missed the penalty early on, but then Argentina pretty much dominated the game. Poland wasn't able to do much. Poland was still advanced. Saudi Arabia and Mexico are out. This was so crazy. The day we were watching this, this was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday it says. Yeah, Wednesday we were watching this, and like all 4 teams weren't even qualified yet. So there was a point where like I think Poland. Oh yeah, so Argentina they were winning the game already. They were on 6 points, and it was pretty clear that they were gonna go through by like the 75th minute, I'd say. And then Mexico, what happened was it was insane because they had the same amount of points as Poland. They had the same goal difference, which means whoever has the better goal difference goes through. They had the same goal difference. I forget what it was exactly, and then they had the same amount of goals scored. So when those are every category that they take into consideration. So all of them were tied. So then after that, I didn't even know this. They go to the fair play rule, which is whoever has the most yellow cards does not advance. So then for a number for about I'd say 5-10 minutes, Mexico was just going crazy. Like Poland knew the situation that they were in. They knew they were going through, and all they were doing was just defending. Argentina kept on attacking. They kept on attacking. But what Argentina could have done, Argentina should have won this game. I'd say 4-0, 3-4-0. They had so many chances. I don't know how they didn't like Argent. First off, Messi's penalty miss. There was a few wide open chances they missed in the second half as well, in the 80th minute or so. If they had made those chances, we would have seen Mexico in the World Cup, right? In the round of 16 right now. But what happened was Poland had great defending. They broke down a few times in terms of defending, but Argentina was missing their chances. And then so Mexico was up 2-0 against Saudi Arabia, and then Saudi Arabia scores 2-1. So then that kind of dimmed their chances. And Mexico was just attack, but they were not able to put in any of their chances and increase their goal difference on Poland. They won the game, but they were not able to increase their goal difference, which meant they did get eliminated. And then once Saudi Arabia scored, I think it was kind of certain that they wouldn't make it through. But like after Saudi Arabia scored, Saudi Arabia scored like 90 somethingth minute. Mexico kept on attacking because if they had still gotten a goal, and after that they would have moved on because they still had the same amount of points. If you as you guys can see here, they have the same amount of points as Poland right now. If they had scored another goal, despite them getting this one, despite Saudi Arabia scoring, Mexico would have moved on. They would have had a better goal difference than Poland. You guys can see goal difference right here, -1-0. So, and they would have had more goals scored. So as you guys can see, more goals scored for Mexico here. Or they would have no. This is more goals scored. So they would have had 3 right here. So then they would have moved on. So unfortunate for Mexico. They're out. That's huge for them. That's huge because I think their coach is done. And at this point in CONCACAF, their dominance has ended. I think in the USA, in Canada, more younger teams are now the more dominant teams in there. And Mexico's gonna have to do some rebuilding, find some new players. I don't know, really what's going on. Yeah, Mexico had so many chances. They're all attack, and they were not able to finish any. And same with Argentina. Argentina could have saved Mexico here. They could have saved them, but they were not able to. And then what do we have here? Okay, next we'll go. I guess we'll go to Group F and Group E now. So I think what it is okay. So Australia will take on Argentina, and France will take on Poland. Those are the matchups there. Okay, now we have Croatia, Belgium. This is supposed to be a good game. Oh my god, this game. I don't even know. I don't even know how to talk about this. I didn't watch this game, but I saw the highlights afterwards. Oh my gosh, Lukaku, what are you doing? He should have had at least 3-4 goals. Lukaku should have had at least 3-4 goals. That's how many chances. You guys can go online, go search up. What is it? Lukaku missed goals versus Croatia. There's compilations all over the internet of him missing these wide open chances. There's just one where he could have just chested it in. No, instead it goes to like the right or something. And there's one he could have just headed it in and goes. It wasn't even on target. That was probably one of the worst nights of Lukaku's career. And I feel bad for him. He his move didn't work out at Chelsea, and then now, he wasn't really fitting in at Chelsea. I don't know how he's doing at Inter right now. I haven't really watched that, but at Belgium right now, I mean, this is Belgium's golden age. They have De Bruyne, Courtois, they have Lukaku, they have Hazard, and I think that's over now. They're all old. The next World Cup, they'll all be 4 years older. They'll be like 35, something like that. So unfortunately, these players are not as good as they were last World Cup. So now they were not able to. This World Cup they weren't able to go through. So they lost to Croatia, and Morocco tops this group actually. So Croatia had to win and top the group to top the group, but Morocco upset Belgium, and they also beat Canada. So then they moved on. Um, Wait, where's the? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so Croatia, I guess they won a game and drew two. Yeah, so they wait, no, yeah, they beat Canada and then they drew against Belgium and they lost, and then they drew against Morocco as well. So Morocco wins 2 games and they draw one. I guess that was against Croatia. So yeah, Morocco's looking very good. They're gonna have to go up against Spain. I think Morocco versus Spain. That's a good one. And we'll get to the Spain match. But yeah, Canada's out of the World Cup. The CONCACAF. So the only CONCACAF team standing is USA. Costa Rica, Mexico, and Canada are all out. And so yeah, Canada. It's unfortunate. I'm happy for Canada just getting to the World Cup. I don't think anyone expected them to get out of the round. They did play really well though. They played well against Belgium in the first game. They actually looked pretty good in that game, but in the second half, they're not a second half team. They really, were not as good then. And then against Croatia beat them 4-2. They or 4-1. Canada had a good start. Alfonso Davies had the goal, but then after that, they just weren't able to compete with Croatia. And then this game they lose. So they go. I think they lost all 3 games. Unfortunately, that's kind of unfortunate. But I know they're only going to get better. Alfonso Davies isn't even in his prime yet. Um, yeah, he's not even in his prime yet. So much potential. You got guys like Jonathan David, and they're gonna have new guys come in too. Um, but yeah, I think that it's gonna. They have a bright future for sure, and then take this. This is great that they're back in the World Cup because it's the first time in like 40 years that they're back. But yeah, so Morocco tops the group, very unexpected. I think people expected Croatia and Belgium to move on, the European teams to move on. But no, African countries have been great in this World Cup so far. They've been great. Senegal, they went through Morocco, so yeah, big for them. And then we have Morocco. They'll go against, I think. Oh yeah, I just said Spain, and then we have Croatia. Will go against Japan. So yeah, Japan, Spain. Now we're gonna talk about Group E because this was yesterday. Group E, that was insane. Everybody was on the edge of their seats for this one. At one point, so Spain, I think. Wait, no, Japan tops the group somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. Japan topped the group, which is I don't know how that happened, but so they beat Spain, they beat Germany, they lost to Costa Rica. They won the group on 6 points. Spain ended with 4 points, I think. Yeah, because they drew against Germany, and then Costa Rica and Germany were out. So where's oh yeah, Germany and Spain ended on the same amount of points, but then we all know Spain had that big win against Costa Rica. If it wasn't for that, I don't know what they'd be doing right now because they had that 7-2 or whatever 7-1 win against Costa Rica, and their goal difference is so high compared to Germany's. So Germany wasn't able to go through. So yeah, Spain, thanks to that win, which is just amazing they got that win because without it they would not be here, or they wouldn't have been as comfortable getting in. Because at one point it was insane. What happened was Japan was beating Spain, and then Costa Rica was beating Germany. So Costa Rica had 6 points, and so did Japan. The two underdogs were both going on to the round of 16. It was like that for about 5 minutes, and then Germany saved Spain by scoring a goal, and then going on to win the game. They were down 2-1, and then they went on to win the game 4-2. So Germany wins that game, and Germany. It seemed. I don't think it was kind of. It didn't really seem like they were ever gonna go through. I mean, drawing one game and then losing the other. It was just not looking good at all for them. And now, what do you do going forward? All their old players, their World Cup winning ones, at least the ones that remaining. Well, I think this is their final World Cup. A lot of them. So yeah, that era is kind of over. That's a new era for them. They Hansi Flick's first World Cup though, but I guess yeah, I don't really know what you do going forward with your Germany, but they're out for a second time in a row, second World Cup in a row. Ever since winning that one in 2014, they've been cursed. And I mean, they did win. That's a good win for them, but just eliminated from the World Cup. That's unfortunate for them. But yeah, we'll be seeing Morocco take on Spain, and then Japan taking on Croatia. So two good. Oh yeah, Japan. I need to talk about Japan. Japan's a great game for them from them, and just they showed so much like passion and like everything in this World Cup tournament. Germany is bad. Yeah, I know. But yeah, Japan they showed so much like determination and everything. It was great to see them go through. They definitely deserved it. Like they played so much better than Spain, and then they outplayed Germany as well. So yeah, huge for them, and Japan's gonna be going through. Love to see it. Another underdog. Everybody expected this was the group of death. Everybody expected the two European teams, Spain and Germany, to go through, but nah, Japan is representing they're representing Asia well. They're they're going on to the next round, and then you have South Korea. Okay, yeah, we have today's games. I don't watch these games. There was some really good deciding games today. I really wanted to watch this Group H, but I was in school. Unfortunately, I was able to catch the end of Group G, but I was not able to watch Group H, which is very unfortunate. I missed out so much, and I really regret missing out. But you have Uruguay versus Ghana, and we know the infamous handball Luis Suarez did all those years ago, back in 2010, against against Ghana, which would end up saving Uruguay, and then the Ghana player went up to take the penalty in 2010, missed it. Uruguay go on to the semifinals. So this was Ghana's revenge. I have no idea. I don't know much about the 2010 incident because obviously I was young at the time, but this was supposed to be Ghana's revenge. All Ghana's fans are talking, oh, we're about to get revenge on Suarez. We're about to dominate Suarez. But nah, they lose 2-0, and both teams get eliminated. How funny. I think Ghana's bottom of the group. Going into this week, going into this game, I was so confident Ghana was gonna go through because they just needed a draw and they were in, I think. Or wait. Yeah, the one other goal difference. They just needed a win. And I thought Portugal would beat South Korea, and Ghana would at least draw or win against Uruguay because Ghana's been playing great this World Cup. They played. I mean, they had a good game against South Korea. That was a great game. But then I guess they lost the first game. They played good against Portugal too, and they played. But other than that, Other than that, I think Ghana. I'm very disappointed that they weren't able to, go through. They definitely, I definitely had them going through too. Like last video, I think I said, "Oh, I expect Ghana to go through," but nah, Ghana did not go through. Oh, whoops. Yeah, Ghana was not able to go through, unfortunately, in the end, which is I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that. And South Korea that's crazy. It looks like South Korea is gonna play Brazil, but yeah, South Korea finishes second in the group. They beat Portugal. Portugal played their reserves, so I guess Portugal didn't really value this game because they had already kind of won the group ahead of time. They knew they would win the group, but South Korea, what a miracle! Last game they lost against Ghana. That was a crazy game, by the way. 3-2 game, 3-2 finish. They lose that game, and so yeah, they lose that game, and then and Son was very frustrated at the end of that game because he was like, "Oh, we're basically out. I don't know if we can do much more." But no, a miracle happens. Uruguay goes on to beat Ghana, and then South Korea beats Portugal, which was very unlikely to happen. I don't think anyone expected that. But yeah, South Korea beats Portugal. They win 2-1 with a 90th minute goal by Hwang Hee-chin. That's just as good as it gets right there. That's as good as it gets. A winner to send your team right to the round of 16. That's as good as it gets so far in this World Cup. I think that might be one of the best moments so far. That literally kept his team alive. The guy Hong Hee-chang from Wolves, he keeps his team alive, and then Uruguay helps out South Korea and beats Ghana. And both teams, Uruguay and Ghana, are out now. So I guess Ghana did somewhat get revenge. I guess Uruguay's out, but yeah, Suarez. I saw his reaction. He was so mad his um when he saw his team lose, when he saw his team out of the World Cup. But it is what it is. South Korea, big win for them, and they'll be taking on Brazil, I believe, even though Brazil lost. Abu Kar got they're eliminated and he was celebrating like crazy. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, Abu Kar he's a good player. I don't even think I'm saying his name right. But I think it's Abu Bakar. Yeah, Abu Bakar. Ronaldo is a reserve, bro. If you guys can see here, look at his profile picture. He's just a hater. Look at his profile picture. The Messi fanboys, they're just haters of Ronaldo. Okay. But then we have this is the one I just got done watching. So at first I was watching Cameroon versus Brazil. Nothing was really happening in that game. And I turn over and I see Switzerland versus Serbia, and I joined too late because it was 3-2. I was watching Brazil versus Cameroon at first at yeah, I was watching that game at first, and then Serbia's for Switzerland. I checked the score and it's 3-2. I'm like, whoa, this game is going crazy. And then Switzerland, nothing happened after I tuned in, unfortunately. So I missed out on a lot of action today. But Switzerland wins and they go through. So it was a very intense game. Serbia was up 2-1, and then Switzerland scored 2 and won that game. So yeah, Switzerland. I think I expected Brazil and Switzerland to go through. And you guys can see the standings here. Yeah, they finished level on points, but Brazil had the better goal difference. And then Cameroon's out. Cameroon had a good spell, I think. I think Abubakar had a great World Cup. He had like 3 goals, I believe, something like that. He played great against South Korea. Or wait, no, who'd they play? He played great against Serbia. They won that game. But yeah, Serbia goes crashing out the World Cup, and Switzerland and Brazil move on. So Switzerland will be playing Portugal. I think Portugal, that's doable for them. And then um we have South Korea going to play Brazil. That's gonna be a good one. Good one. So we have some really good games coming up. We're just gonna look at the standings again. So we have Netherlands topping this group along with Senegal, who will both move through to the next round. Senegal got defeated, I think, by Netherlands. I think that's the one game they lost. And then we have this one, Group B, England tops the group. USA, what a last game by them. I'm obviously biased towards them, kind of, because I'm supporting USA in this World Cup. But great win from us. I'm really excited to see what we can. It's 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, actually. So not even within 24 hours. Where it's 4:30 p.m. It's 10 a.m. our time. So we have a big game tomorrow, early in the morning, and we have a big game early in the morning. It's gonna be very intense. Netherlands is probably one of the best teams in Europe. It's a very good opponent, but I think we can pull something off. Maybe the fact we got to the round of 16, I'm really happy about. First World Cup in 8 years. We missed 2018, so we're back, and I'm just happy about that. But yeah, hopefully we can do something against Netherlands. Okay, and then we have Argentina tops their group after losing their first game against Saudi Arabia. They were able to top their group and win 2 straight. Messi was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna go out like this." So then he I mean, he didn't even do. I mean, he scored. He scored. He missed a penalty, but hey, Argentina. The rest of Argentina's team played well too, and we have Poland. This game, and then Mexico's out. Concacaf team. I was rooting for them, but Poland goes in above them. We have France here. A lot of people thought that France would struggle, but no, they were able to get out of their group. Let's see what they can do in the round of 16. I think they're playing. They're playing Poland, so that's gonna be a good one. Lewandowski against Mbappe, good one there. And then Australia pulls off a great upset. Everybody thought Denmark only finishes the World Cup with 1 point. They didn't even win a game, so they drew one and lost two. Tunisia finishes fourth. Okay, and then we have Japan tops their group. Nobody expected this, and Spain and Germany level on points. Spain has the better goal difference. Germany is out of the World Cup. And then Morocco, Croatia. Nobody expected Morocco to top this group. Everybody thought it would be Belgium or Croatia, the World Cup runner-ups last time. Belgium was a semifinalist last World Cup, and Croatia was a runner-up. So, whoops. So yeah, Belgium, the semifinalists, the former semifinalists are out, and same with Canada. And yeah, Roberto Martinez. I forgot to talk about that. The coach of Belgium. It was time for him to go, I think, but he leaves Belgium. He left right after the game, like an hour after the game. He resigned. But yeah, and Brazil's going through in Switzerland. I think I predicted this. I think I expected that. Like Portugal goes through, but I think I was feeling in the beginning that Ghana would go through. But Ghana had a good World Cup. Just they lost the two games that they played really well in. I mean, no, I don't know if they played well today, but the game they played well in against South Korea, they get a win. They played really well against Portugal, considering they were the underdogs. They played well, but they weren't able to go through. They weren't able to win that game. They lost 3-2. They almost salvaged a draw out of that one, which would have made things really interesting. But Ghana's out. They finished last, unfortunately. And then Uruguay. This is wow. Okay, so Uruguay and South were the same points. They were on the same points, same goal difference. Just South Korea has more goals than them. That's insane that happened. That's wow. Just what a scenario there. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, South Korea is going through, and yeah, that's just that's so unexpected. But yeah, it just they definitely deserve going through. Like they showed so much. Like they just showed that they wanted to be there more than other teams. And they took the opportunity they had and were able to get to the round of 16, even though they were considered underdogs. Mexico, nobody cares. Messi, because the only two goals Messi scored are penalties. And Ronaldo, that goal, they credited Bruno Fernandes with this goal, but nah, Ronaldo, that was all Ronaldo. Okay, that's all Ronaldo. Okay, and then so we're gonna preview these games. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. We have 16 teams remaining, round of 16. I guess we'll go by. Okay, so we have some. Okay, I guess Argentina, Australia. I feel like we know who's gonna win that. Okay, so I guess I'll start with USA Netherlands. I think this one's gonna go into extra time. It's gonna be like 0-0 for the whole game. I'm gonna predict a miracle. USA wins. USA wins that game. USA wins. 1-0. They Pulisic gets a no. Tyler Adams gets a curving in goal right outside of the box in the 115th minute, and USA goes on to win and move on to play against Argentina. I think Argentina will beat Australia, and USA will play Argentina in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Imagine that happens. That would be a good one. That would have a lot of viewers. Okay, and then France versus Poland. I think France. This should be a good one. This could be more entertaining than people think because France are obviously the favorites here. But then I think Poland can definitely give them a competition here. But I say France. I could definitely see Poland winning, but I say France wins. And a lot of these games might go into penalties, by the way, because like extra time is a thing. Extra time is gonna happen. Now it's gonna be awesome to see extra time now because there was a few draws. There was a few draws, boring draws, but now it's gonna be very intense. More soccer, more more to watch. Okay, so yeah, I have France winning this. I think 2-1 in 90 minutes. I don't think this is gonna go to extra time, but I have France winning that. I think Mbappe is gonna score a brace, and then Lewandowski is gonna score one. All right, England versus Senegal. I have England winning. I think they were good they were good in the group stage. I think they'll beat Senegal. Senegal's a good team though. I think they'll beat Senegal like 2-0. Japan, Croatia. I think I have I don't know. I want to see. I really want Japan to win this game. I really want. I think I'm gonna go Japan. I think there's gonna be 1-1, and then it's gonna go into. No, I think it's gonna be 0-0 the whole game, and then go into penalty shootout, and Japan wins. That's what I want to see. I'm doing crazy predictions, but that's what I really hope that happens, and hey, it's possible. So let's see. I think Japan will move on. That's just my prediction because you can't pick the favorites. You can't pick for every single game here. I can't just pick the favorites. I think this is the World Cup, and the World Cup. This is the tournament where literally anything can happen. Small teams can make a run all the way. I mean, like smaller countries, non like I'd say ranked, like top 10 ranked teams can throw off the top 10 ranked teams and move all the way up to the semifinals, even make the finals. Like Croatia last World Cup was not expected to go to the World Cup, but I think Japan can beat them. I think they can. I mean, the way Japan played, I mean, I think Croatia should be, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think the way Japan played in the group stage, I think they definitely have a chance here. I mean, I'm saying they're the underdogs, but like to be honest, though, with the way they've been playing, with the form that they're in, like they really could win this game. And I think they're not far off of being. They're the underdogs, but they're not far off. It's pretty evenly matched, I'd say, if you consider form. I think Japan and Senegal are going to the next one. You think Senegal will beat England? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And then we have Brazil versus Korea. I think Brazil wins this game. I think Neymar will be back. I think hopefully he'll be back, and I think yeah, I think Brazil wins that, and I think they'll win 2-1. I think they win 2-1. Morocco, Spain. This is gonna be a tough game for Spain. I think. I think Morocco's showed that they're a good team. I'm hoping some Morocco wins. I really want the underdogs to win. It gets so interesting when these underdog teams win, and like a non-European team would be. It would be so nice to see a non-European team win this time because European teams last two. I think. Wait, who won in 2010? I forget who won in. I think Spain won. Oh yeah. Like for the last four, 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, all four were European teams. They've just been European teams year after year after year. I want to see a change, and yeah, I think but my prediction here, I still think Spain wins this game like 1-0 with their like passing style of play. Um Portugal, Switzerland. I think Portugal wins this one 3-1, 3-1. Ronaldo will score 2 goals, and then Leao will score a goal. And yeah, I think Mbolo will score for Switzerland. But yeah, I think Mbolo has had a good World Cup as well. But yeah, those are my predictions. So if USA, I won't get to the matchups. I guess I'll get to that after the round of 16 is over. But yeah, I think after the round of 16, I'll do a little recap of that. Or I might do I think that's what I'm gonna do because I can't react to like every game because I don't really have that much time. But yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna be doing. Um, 2002 was a non-European team. I was talking about 2006, 2006, 2010, 2014, and 2018. Last four were all. That's what I said. Last four were all European teams. I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. I predicted the games and stuff. It was a very good, entertaining round. South Korea goes through. Japan wins their group. You have Morocco wins their group. Like Australia goes through. Yeah, some very entertaining games too. Like the World Cup's always like this. These games are always so entertaining somehow. Yeah, the World Cup's probably I guess it's the best tournament, best soccer tournament, best like most viewed tournament in the world. So crazy things happen and everything. But yeah, so very entertaining match week. I'll be back after round of 16, and then I'll react to all the games. Hopefully the USA wins. I'm so excited for this game. But hopefully they win, and the country will be so will be so hyped if they do against Netherlands. Netherlands is a good team. Netherlands are a good team. But it's gonna be interesting to see what the USA can do in that game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.